معزز خواتین و حضرات، السلام علیکم۔ میں ڈینش ٹی وی کی طرف سے رضوان کاظمی آپ کی خدمت میں حاضر ہوں۔ آج میں یہاں پہ موجود ہوں کوپن ہیگن کے سینٹر میں، جہاں پہ ایک بہت بڑا اور بڑا ہی امپورٹنٹ سیمینار منعقد ہو رہا ہے۔ مین مقصد جو ہے اس پروگرام کا وہ یہ ہے کہ یہاں پہ جتنے پاکستانی حضرات موجود ہیں اور یہاں پہ جتنے ڈینش بزنس مین ہیں جو کہ پاکستان میں جا کے بزنس کرنا چاہتے ہیں لیکن وہ کسی ڈر یا خوف کی وجہ سے نہیں جانا چاہ رہے، ان کو انوائٹ کیا جائے اور اس سیمینار کے حوالے سے ان کو یہ بتایا جائے کہ حالات اتنے بھی برے نہیں ہیں جتنے آپ کو بتائے جا رہے ہیں۔ تو اس سلسلے میں ہم بھی یہاں پہ موجود ہیں اور ہم کوشش یہ کریں گے کہ ہم یہاں پہ جو چند جو حضرات آئے ہیں جو کہ پاکستان میں، جو ڈینش حضرات ہیں جو پاکستان میں بزنس کر رہے ہیں، ان کو بھی اس بارے میں بتایا جائے اور ان سے کچھ سوالات ان سے ہم کریں جو کہ آپ تک ہم پہنچائیں، تو ان کے ہم ویوز دیکھیں جو پاکستان میں اتنے سالوں سے بزنس کر رہے ہیں، جو ڈینش لوگ ہیں ان کے کیا ویوز ہیں۔ تو ہم آپ کو ایک چھوٹے سے کمرشل بریک کے بعد ملتے ہیں اور کچھ لوگوں سے آپ کا انٹرویو کرواتے ہیں۔ ہمارے ساتھ رہیے گا۔ جناب، تو اس سلسلے میں جیسے میں نے آپ کو بتایا تھا کہ ہم کچھ بڑی اہم شخصیات سے جو ہے وہ پوچھیں گے، تو عمران افضل چیمہ صاحب میرے پاس موجود ہیں، تو میں ان سے کچھ سوالات کرتا ہوں۔ السلام علیکم سر۔
السلام علیکم
اینڈ ویلکم ٹو ڈینمارک۔
تھینک یو ویری مچ۔ بہت خوبصورت شہر
جی، اور آپ بڑے اچھے موسم میں آئے ہیں، سردیاں کافی ہیں، بہت ٹھنڈ ہوتی ہے۔ جی سر، آپ سے یہ پوچھنا تھا کہ یہ جو سیمینار یہاں پہ ہو رہا ہے یہ ایک بڑا امپورٹنٹ ایونٹ ہے، تو آپ بطور ریپرزینٹیو آف پاکستان گورنمنٹ یہاں پہ جو بزنس مین آئیں گے یا جو آ رہے ہیں ان کو آپ کیا پیغام دینا چاہتے ہیں؟
جی، ڈنمارک کے ساتھ ہماری زیادہ نہ ٹریڈ ہے اور نہ ہی فارن انویسٹمنٹ ہے۔ کوشش یہی ہے میرے آنے کی اور باقی ہمارے سب ساتھیوں کی پاکستان میں کہ ڈنمارک کے ساتھ ہم تجارتی تعلقات بڑھائیں، ان کی فرمز کو فارن انویسٹمنٹ کی طرف راغب کریں اور ان کو بتائیں کہ کن کن سیکٹرز میں وہ زیادہ فارن انویسٹمنٹ لا سکتے ہیں۔
تو سر، اس طرح اس وقت جو ملک میں موجودہ حالات ہیں یا جو جس کا کہہ کہ بہت زیادہ بتائے جا رہے ہیں، شاید اتنے نہیں ہیں، لیکن کیا ان لوگوں کے مطلب کنونس کیا جا سکتا ہے کہ واقعی حالات اتنے برے نہیں جتنے ہیں اور وہ وہاں کے انویسٹمنٹ کریں؟ کیا یہ لوگ کنونس ہو جائیں گے اس طرح سے؟
جی، اس میں کوئی شک نہیں کہ حالات کا مسئلہ ہے، لیکن اتنا نہیں ہے جتنا کہ ٹی وی اور باقی ذرائع ابلاغ میں بتایا جاتا ہے۔ اسی کے لیے بھی ہم کوشش کر رہے ہیں کہ ان کو کچھ یقین دلایا جائے کہ وہ انویسٹمنٹ کریں، اور اب تک جن دوسرے ملکوں نے انویسٹمنٹ کی ہے وہ فارنرز جو ہیں وہ زیادہ تر ان پہ کوئی پرابلم نہیں آئی، زیادہ پرابلم لوکلز کے لیے ہوتی ہے جیسے آپ نے دیکھا ہوگا۔ تو کوشش ہماری یہی ہے کہ ان کو یہ یقین دلایا جائے کہ انویسٹمنٹ کی جا سکتی ہے، کریں، اور ان کو پورا تحفظ دیا جائے گا اس میں۔
ویری گڈ۔ اور کچھ ایسا بھی ہے کہ جب یہاں سے کوئی انویسٹر پاکستان جاتا ہے اور اف ہی از گوئنگ ٹو برنگ اے ویری بگ انویسٹمنٹ، تو کوئی سیکورٹی وغیرہ کا بھی اس طرح کوئی کانٹریکٹ سائن کرتی ہے؟ گورنمنٹ لیول پہ سائن ہوتا ہے یا پرائیویٹ لیول پہ، کہ ان کو سیکورٹی کس حد تک کس طرح کی دی جائے گی؟
جی، سیکیورٹی سے مطلب آپ کا کہ جو ان کی اپنی سیکیورٹی کا؟ جی، وہ اس میں یہ ہے کہ گورنمنٹ خود بھی سیکیورٹی دیتی ہے، کچھ فرمیں ہیں جو اپنی سیکیورٹی کا بھی ان ایڈیشن انتظام کرتی ہیں، اور ایک ہمارا طریقہ یہ بھی ہے کہ اگر وہ اور زیادہ سیکیورٹی لینا چاہیں تو وہ ایف سی کو یا پولیس کو کچھ پیمنٹ پہ وہ پرماننٹلی رکھ بھی سکتے ہیں، وہ ان کی حفاظت کے لیے۔
اینڈ از دس پیمنٹ افورڈیبل فار سچ اے کمپنیز، سچ اے بزنس پیپل؟
جی، ویری مچ نامنل ریٹس ہیں۔
تو آپ کا جو مطلب میں نے جو اس چھوٹی سی گفتگو سے جو وہ نکالا ہے نتیجہ، وہ یہ نکالا ہے کہ اٹ از ناٹ ریئلی اے بیڈ آئیڈیا to invest in Pakistan. It's really good country and there is a lot of potential if someone goes there and invest.
جی بالکل، بلکہ میں جب تفصیلات بتاؤں گا کہ ہماری کتنی لبرل انویسٹمنٹ پالیسی ہے اور جو بھی ملک آئے ہیں اور جو ملٹی نیشنل کمپنیز آئی ہیں انہوں نے کتنا پروفٹ کمایا ہے، تو اس سے اندازہ ہو جائے گا کہ بالکل سب یہاں کی ڈینش کمپنیز کو آنا چاہیے، ان کے لیے بہت فائدہ ہوگا، اور یہ ثابت بھی ہو چکا ہے اور انشاءاللہ آگے بھی ہم انکریج بھی کرتے رہیں گے۔
आपने बहुत काम की बातें मुझे बताई हैं, मैं अपने नाज़रीन तक भी पहुंचाने की जल्द से जल्द कोशिश करूंगा सर, और आपके टाइम का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। वी रियली लुक फॉरवर्ड टू सी यू हेयर enjoying with this with the people, local people. I think you will do. Thank you very much, sir. अस्सलाम वालेकुम। इमरान अफजल चीमा साहब से हमने अभी बात की है और आपने देखा है कि उन्होंने वो भी इस बात को उन्होंने बहुत ज़्यादा हाईलाइट किया है कि हालात इतने ख़राब नहीं हैं जितने के बताए जा रहे हैं। तो मैं अभी कोशिश करूँगा कि कुछ और असाब जो हैं उनसे भी मिलकर उनसे बात करूँ और उनसे पूछूँ कि इस वक्त जो है वो पाकिस्तान में क्या हालात हैं और क्या वाकई अगर आप वहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करें तो आपको उसका कितना फ़ायदा है। ये बात बिल्कुल ठीक है कि बेइंतहा यूथ है वहाँ पे जो कि जॉब के लिए इस वक्त तैयार है और वो लोग जॉब करना चाहते हैं, वो लोग काम करना चाहते हैं। और अगर यहाँ से बड़ी बड़ी कंपनीज जो हैं पाकिस्तान जाएं और वहाँ पे अपना बिज़नेस इस्टेब्लिश करने की कोशिश करें, प्रोडक्ट इस्टेब्लिश करें, तो वहाँ की आवाम को कितना फ़ायदा होगा, ये बात आपका खुद अंदाज़ा लगा सकते हैं। मैं आपसे थोड़ी देर बाद दोबारा मुलाकात करवाता हूँ किसी और एक और यहाँ अहम शख्सियत की, जो कि आपको थोड़ा सा इसके बारे में मज़ीद जो है वो ब्रीफ करने की कोशिश करेंगे। We are right now with Jesper Müller Sørensen, who is the ambassador, Danish ambassador to Pakistan. He is right now in Denmark, and we will take this opportunity to ask a couple of questions regarding the situation in Pakistan with regards to the business or new business. Sir, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you very much for the invitation.
Yes. Sir, first of all, welcome to Denmark. And first of all, I would like to ask you some very important question regarding the situation in Pakistan, especially when it comes to establishing a new business in a country which is now very well known with regards to the terrorism and some violation and all that. How do you see Pakistan today?
Well, first of all, we have said that Pakistan is a variety of things. There's obviously a security situation in Pakistan, and many Danish companies are concerned about that. But it is also true that there are also immense opportunities in Pakistan, commercial opportunities. And for that reason, we have also, for the first time, opened a new commercial section at the embassy in Islamabad. So we have now decided to focus more on trade. We have decided to focus more on commercial possibilities between our two countries. What I have said is that Pakistan faces some challenges, for instance, energy or water.
Yes.
And these are exactly areas where Danish companies are very strong. If you take energy, we have a range of Danish companies who are very good in renewable energy, windmills, waste to energy, biomass to energy. If you take water, we have Danish companies that are very good in water pumps, in water tech solutions. So that's why I have invited several Danish companies to come to Pakistan and to take a look at it. But I would also like to say it's not only energy, it's not only water, agriculture. Pakistan, like Denmark, has a long agricultural tradition. Pakistan has lots of land, many low costs and lots of hands. What does Denmark have? Our dairy and farmer and agriculture companies, they have high advanced solutions, and for that reason I see possibilities for joint ventures, partnerships between companies from our two countries. This week I have invited two experts, two consultants, who are now traveling as we speak in Pakistan to try to find out which areas within agriculture, dairy and farming is it that we should focus on, and then come with some recommendations to me, because I think that these are areas where there is potential for the future.
Okay, so that indicates that you really mean that both countries can benefit from this mutual kind of business.
Obviously, when it comes to business, I see this as a win-win situation. Denmark is already engaged in development assistance, in stabilization efforts, but now we have also started the commercial work, as I just said. Why do we do this? Because we see this go hand in hand with our objectives, which is to provide opportunities, create jobs, create growth, so that every single person has an opportunity to advance and to move forward. This is what we would like to achieve in our relationship with Pakistan.
That's very good, but as I said, considering the present situation in Pakistan, the security and most of the Danish people, because I live in Denmark, I know the people here, they are very peaceful people and they like to stay in peace. For example, so today, if a millionaire person lives in Pakistan, he has too many issues with the securities. Do you think, considering these issues, the people would like to go to Pakistan, even though there is a big potential, but the people would like to go to Pakistan and invest and stay there?
But as I said to begin with, and I repeat that, I'll say it again, there are security concerns in Pakistan.
Yes.
That's also why we recommend Danish companies, if you want to do business in Pakistan, look for local partners. Work together with Pakistani partners. Also, if you do business in Pakistan, carefully think about your security setup. We also have a travel advice to Pakistan. The travel advice to Pakistan warns against all travels to some part of the country, but it also says if you are a businessman, you can also go to Punjab, you can go to Sindh provinces, and you can do business. But of course, you have to take your precautions.
Okay. So for how long have you been staying in Pakistan, sir?
I've been there now since the end of July last year, so that's
All right.
8 months.
So far.
And it has been very important for me not to be the ambassador of Denmark to Islamabad, but to be the ambassador of Denmark to all of Pakistan. So for that reason, I have tried to travel as much as I can, as much as is possible, in your wonderful country. I have been to Rawalpindi and Lahore and Gujarat and Karachi,
I'm from Lahore.
Sialkot and many other places. Obviously, there are also places I have not gone to. I have not been to Fatah, for instance, unfortunately.
All right, that's really very positive to hear. So it means, and what is your idea about the local people? How do they behave when you go to the market and see the people?
I think it's very clear that Pakistanis, it's amazing food, the hospitality is great, and so on. But so from that point of view, I really enjoy being in Pakistan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. Yeah. आपने सुना कि अभी जो डेनिश एम्बेसडर हैं पाकिस्तान में, वो यहाँ पे डेनमार्क तशरीफ़ लाए हुए हैं, और उनसे जो मेरी बात हुई, कुछ उन्होंने बताया आपको इस बारे में हम बात करेंगे इस प्रोग्राम के आखिर में। बहुत ही यूज़फुल इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली है, और मुझे यहाँ पे अपने पाकिस्तानी होने पे फ़ख्र महसूस हो रहा है कि यहाँ पे जो डेनिश लोग हैं वो पाकिस्तान के बारे में क्या ख्यालात रखते हैं। मैं आपको एक दो शख्सियत से मिलवाता हूँ, तो आप मेरे साथ रहिएगा। मिलते हैं छोटे से कमर्शियल ब्रेक के बाद।
On behalf of Danish Person Business Council, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to you all, and especially thanks to Mr. Danish Chamber of Commerce Denmark and DSW Greece for the cooperation, and the whole way from Pakistan, His Excellency Mr. DSW and Mr. Imran Azad Jima, Board of Investment Secretary, and His Excellency Masood Junaid. Thank you for all that you've done. To invite Mr. Kurt Danasia, Chairman and co-founder of Danish Person Business Council, whom I went to Pakistan for some years ago to participate with overseas Pakistani investment conference in Islamabad. Then we realized that when we was in Islamabad, then we could see that Pakistan needs to create a bigger forum for more business between Denmark and Pakistan, and that's now the Danish Pakistani Business Council has begun. Thank you.
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you to our CEO, Sandu, and our coordinator and legal advisor, Savannah Fassi, and board member and marketing Sandu for their great work to present this conference. The aim of this conference is to build a commercial bridge between the business sector in Denmark and Pakistan and exchange knowledge, technology and consultancy. Danish companies have a very high technical level, and exchange of this knowledge can help both production and technology in companies in Pakistan, which can help lift the country's economy and exports, especially to the Nordic market. Pakistan has a population of 180 million, out of which about 50% of the population are between the ages of 19 and 25 years. The young workforce means having more innovative minds. It also means Pakistan is able to better leverage technology and increase efficiency in services sectors. Not only do business have access to people that are young and physically fit, it means less cost pressure, particularly on the wage front because of the availability of labor. And one very important thing, Pakistan also has an affluent middle class of more than 40 million people. The growing middle class in Pakistan demands Western standards. This useful population is also contributing to the consumption boom in Pakistan. This is a big reason why Pakistan has attracted more than 800 Western companies to establish cooperation with Pakistani companies with great success. And this very reason can form the basis for the establishment of cooperation between Denmark and Pakistan. We will now show with the Pakistan where opportunities never end. Thank you for listening.
We have a great answer, response from the people, from the government. The economy is growing very fast. We want to participate in this growth of the economy because the country is very dynamic.
Substantial investment is being made to meet the ever-growing energy needs of the country, with focus on tapping into huge hydrocarbon potential. The private sector is in process of boosting energy production in the country through investments in oil and gas exploration. The success rate for drilling activities is one of the highest in the world. Refineries and independent power plants are being installed. The discovery of huge coal deposits of 175.5 billion tons in Sindh has provided a quantum increase in the coal resources of Pakistan.
Shell has been in Pakistan for over 100 years, and Pakistan remains a very important country to the Shell Group. The country offers huge opportunities on all fronts. In the energy sector, demand is expected to more than double in the next 10 to 15 years. This provides opportunities in the area of exploration, in the development of alternate energy, in the power sector, and in all other facets of the energy industry. What makes Pakistan stand out is its immense talent pool. This is a big plus factor for all investors.
The Pakistani economy's stellar performance has not gone unnoticed. Foreign investment has crossed $23 billion during the last 10 years. A key driver of Pakistan's economic growth has been its well-developed banking and financial sector. Financial sector reforms, along with a robust economy, have made Pakistani banks amongst the most profitable in the region. The acquisitions of Union Bank by Standard Chartered, Saudi Bank by a consortium including Bank Muscat and Japan's Direct are evidence of the bright prospects within the financial sector. Malayan Bank, Malaysia's largest bank, acquired a 15% strategic stake in NCB Bank for over $650 million. Barclays Bank acquired a local banking license. Acquisitions of Luxon Tobacco by Philip Morris, Local Telecom by Omantel, and Pakistan Cement Company by Lafarge highlight the potential of other sectors as well.
Lotte Pakistan PTA is a producer of petrochemical product with a plant based in Port Qasim outside of Karachi. We are a business with a turnover of approximately $600 million. We have been in operation for the last 14 years in Pakistan. However, we have been acquired by the Korean group Lotte in 2009. Originally, we were part of ICI Pakistan, and then another company called Pakistan PTA Limited. But since our acquisition by Lotte, there has been a turnaround in the business. There has been renewed commitment to invest. There has been new investment already made. And if you look at the total investment that has been made in this company, it's almost touching $1 billion since it started.
The mainstay of the economy still remains the agriculture sector that accounts for 20% of GDP, employing 43% of the workforce, and offers lucrative opportunities in terms of value-added products in dairy and horticultural segments. Our investment policy allows 100% foreign equity in corporate agricultural farming projects. Deregulation and liberalization have been the main drivers of the spectacular growth in the telecom sector in the recent past. Telecom penetration has jumped from barely 3% to an astonishing 58% following deregulation and liberalization. The state-owned telco PTCL was acquired by Etisalat of the UAE, and other major international players have entered the market, including Telenor, Singtel, and the world's largest mobile phone operator, China Mobile Zone, which made its first foray into the international market by purchasing a cellular operator in Pakistan. The world's first WiMAX network has been established in Pakistan by Bahim Telecom, who has successfully launched WiMAX nationwide, hence introducing next-generation technology with a cutting edge in communications infrastructure.
China Mobile has also chosen Pakistan as the first market to roll out its global brand Zone, and will acquire 1 million subscribers in less than 1 month after the launch of Zone.
I'm Chief Executive of the mall, the joint venture of Sadiq Sons and US Brother, the tallest tower in Pakistan. There is a huge shortage of office towers and malls in Karachi, and accordingly our company have made this investment for the construction of this tower. Pakistan is full of opportunities. It offers investments in industries, agriculture, oil exploration, and mining. I would like to invite foreign investors to come forward and invest in Pakistan.
The automobile sector has received a particular focus by the government, and that is why the leasing program in 2005 was replaced with a tariff-based system.
Well, Invest Hotel was established in 1989, and it was in 1993 that we started production. At that time, the capacity was just 3,000 units. Today, mashallah, say we are 210 plus.
Come and find out Pakistan, a treasure land for the smart investor.
This really demonstrates that in many different sectors that we are very good match between Danish and Pakistan companies, and that we should always promote partnerships. And who could do that better than our young and dynamic ambassador, my former colleague Jesper Møller-Sørensen. Please welcome Jesper.
Members of Parliament, Ambassador, Mr. Secretary, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you to the Danish Chamber of Commerce. Thank you to Mr. Jens. Thank you very much to the Danish Pakistani Business Council. Thank you to the Ambassador of Pakistan and his staff. Thanks to all of you for organizing this very important seminar. What I would like to do today is 4 things. I just very briefly want to introduce you to Denmark and Pakistan, just to set the context for our new commercial focus. You will then expect me to give a lengthy presentation about the business case Pakistan. I won't disappoint you. As point number 2, I will talk about why there is an untapped potential for these companies to engage in Pakistan. And then I will also make the point why now could actually be a very good time to consider Pakistan. But what I really want to spend some time on today is to talk about some new developments, and especially some new tools that we have available in order to help you, to help Danish businesses who are interested in Pakistan. And then we'll have approximately 9 minutes left for some questions and answers. So first, just a little bit about Denmark and Pakistan. Our mission in Pakistan has expanded considerably over the last couple of years. We used to be a small embassy organized around a visa and a consulate section. We still have a pretty significant visa section, also because we have 20 to 25,000 Danes of Pakistan origin in Denmark, many of them doing very, very well. Our political dialogue has become broader. Pakistan is an important country in an important region. What happens in Pakistan is not only important to the people of Pakistan, but to the people of South Asia. It is can also have consequences for us in Europe. I'd also say we now have a solid public diplomacy profile. It's important for us to explain what Denmark does and who we are in Pakistan. Just want to give you one example. If you look at our Facebook page today at the embassy, it's actually now has 91,000 likes and followers, which makes it the second most followed Facebook in the whole Danish Foreign Service. If you want to beat them over in Bangladesh, come and join us. And then we have two main pillars in terms of what we do in Pakistan, in terms of our interventions. First, we have the Development Assistance Program. It started in 2010. A main chunk of what we do goes to education, and especially primary education in the conflict-affected areas. That is Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Fatah. We have now rehabilitated more than 500 schools and made sure that more than 160,000 students have come into primary education in these areas. We also have an active member of the Multi-Donor Trust Fund that has its focus in the same areas. And then we work together with a range of civil society organizations within the areas of democratization, human rights, and gender equality. For instance, we work closely together with the civil society organization HILDA on a youth program where we support young parliamentarians. In November, when our Minister of Development Cooperation was in Pakistan, we launched our new 3-year program. It was more than doubling up, it was double up of our previous engagement. And then secondly, we have a stabilization program in 2011. It's also a strong program with a regional dimension. Here we are focused on training activities, exchange programs that's going to build up border management and border capacity. And with a very strong view on gender equality, working with a view to UN Security Council Resolution 1325. I just mentioned that in November we had the Minister for Development Cooperation in Pakistan. That minister was Christian Friis. During his visit, Mr. Christian did a fantastic job to help us kickstart our new focus, which is commercial work. So, Christian, I was not very pleased 3 weeks later. As the minister very eloquently laid out when he was in Pakistan, that expanding our economic and commercial ties with Pakistan is very much linked to what we are trying to do with the development and the stabilization program, which is exactly to provide opportunities for each individual to create economic growth and to thereby create jobs and ultimately poverty reduction. So with this link between what we're trying to do on the development side, stabilization, and now our new focus on commercial affairs, I've come to my second point, which is then what is it about Pakistan and commercial interests. This is a win-win situation for all parties. Danish companies offer high-end products in many of those areas where Pakistan faces challenges. Take water, and the Danish companies within water tech solutions. Take energy, with our companies within energy efficiency, with renewable energy. We of course have healthcare and life science. We're going to listen more about the pharmaceutical sector in just a little bit. But it's not only, and let me just say, when I informed my Pakistani interlocutors that in December 2013 a world record was set in Denmark, 54% of power generation came from wind turbines, they are taken aback. Or when I explained that since the mid-1970s our GDP in Denmark has doubled, but the usage of water has actually fallen. They are impressed. So Pakistanis are eager to learn about our solutions and eager to learn and cooperate with us about our technology. Like Denmark, Pakistan is also a country with a long agricultural tradition. While Pakistan's agriculture has low costs, has lots of land, and also has lots of hands, the Danish companies can contribute with know-how, advanced technological solutions. Actually, this week, while we're here, I've invited two experts to Pakistan. They are traveling around right now with a deep insight into agriculture, dairy, and farming. They have come to Pakistan to help us identify which areas is it exactly that where we can make a difference with our Danish business community. An important part of this is to also to help us identify which companies we should reach out to back here. We also have, and there are some of you present here today, very good software companies that already are in cooperation, in partnership. Some of them are outsourcing to Pakistan, but there's a scope for a lot more. F.L. Smith, just to give you one example, has done wonders in Pakistan for decades, working closely together with a very good Pakistani partner. In short, there is a great potential for more partnership, more joint ventures between the companies from our two countries. But then you can ask, why now? What is the reason that perhaps 2014 could be a particularly good moment to look to Pakistan? I think when business people listen to other from the business community, it always has some credibility. So I'll start with the very fact that when I speak to businessmen who've been to Pakistan, who've been engaged in Pakistan, basically all of them come with the same feedback, which is, it is pretty good business. We are having a quite good return on our investment in Pakistan. Also, Pakistan is one of the few countries that are left where you can still get a real first mover advantage if you move in now. Those who enter the market now will be in a good position 5 years from now, and in an even better position 10 years from now. I think Lars Rebien Sørensen, the CEO of Novo Nordisk, will not mind, I hope he will not, if I quote him from when he visited Pakistan last month. He said, I have exactly the same feeling as when I was in China in 1984. Pakistan is a big market. The most important reason that Pakistan is among the so-called next 11 countries is the size of its population. There are various records of what it is, but it's probably approaching 200 million people. Some claim it's already past 200 million. It currently adds around 4 million people to its population every year. That's a small little Denmark added to Pakistan every year. According to projections, in 2050, there will be 275 million people in Pakistan. That's a 40% increase from where we are today. 90% is below the age of 25. So it's also a young, vibrant country. And, as was also said in the introduction, the middle class is growing. And this is very important, especially when your companies from a country like Denmark, where we don't necessarily always have the cheapest products. Approximately, depending on how you define the middle class, but approximately 40 million people are now among what we can define as the middle class, with an income where you also require quality, good healthcare, safe products, and increasingly, for instance, smart green solutions. Karachi. Karachi is a city with at least 20 million people. It has become a strategic hub in South Asia. Now, there are certainly challenges in Karachi. I'll come back to the security situation in just a second. But there are also immense opportunities, and Karachi is an excellent example of that. 2 weeks ago, I invited a Danish company within biomass, waste to energy, to Karachi to meet with potential Pakistani partners. And this Danish company was amazed to learn that there is 15,000 tons of waste in Karachi. These are three issues that if the government of Pakistan delivers on these three issues, this can have a significant impact in a positive direction on the business environment in the years to come. Also, I would like to mention that GSP Plus was given to Pakistan in December by the European Union. This is quite important for our bilateral links, seen from an economic point of view. Already, during the first 3 months of 2014, we have seen a 10% increase in Pakistan's export of textiles alone to the European Union. But let us also be very honest among ourselves now that we discuss Pakistan. Many Danish companies and other companies from other countries are concerned, are reluctant about Pakistan. Despite the many opportunities, despite the aggregated elite, the great food, the amazing hospitality and so on. And they see many challenges, and one of them is a particular concern, and that is the security challenge. Our recommendations are also that Danish companies who wish to be in Pakistan think about finding good, reliable Pakistani partners to work with and open to work through. And second, if you want to engage, if you want to be present on the ground, take your security precautions seriously. That's important. We also say, of course, that we should consult our official travel advice. By the end of the day, it's a company decision whether you go to Pakistan or if you don't go. We cannot give any guarantees from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. With that point on security and the travel advice, I have come to the fourth point, my last point, but I do want to dwell a little bit on this because I think it's important to highlight some of the new things. And let me start with the travel advice. Denmark has very recently changed its travel advice to Pakistan. We have softened it slightly. Our travel advice to Pakistan is still strict. It's actually among stricter travel advice. But it is no longer significantly stricter than anybody else's travel advice. What we have done is we have said, we have basically made a geographical distinction. We no longer warn against all travels to Pakistan, no matter when and where. We say that there is a distinction between, and I'm sorry for this bad map, that the provinces of Sindh and Punjab and Islamabad is okay to do business and so on, but we still warn against all travels to Balochistan, to Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and to Pakistan. Second, and very importantly, as a consequence of our change in travel advice, we have now opened up for Danasia business instruments. Danasia business instruments has been very successful in other emerging markets, in other developing in other countries where Denmark gives development assistance to, like for instance Vietnam and Bangladesh, where Danish, especially small and medium-sized companies, have come into the market very much as a consequence of being assisted through these businesses. There are basically 3 facilities available. Danish Business Partnership, some of you would remember that under the name B2B. Project development, President Clark was very much spearheading the new project development facility which was launched in October 2013, and then the finance. It is the first time ever that we provide these opportunities to Pakistan, to companies that want to engage on the Pakistan market. And I think this is pretty good news for our work to engage more businesses that would like to find relevant partners in the market. We can now support financially companies who are seeking to identify relevant Pakistani partners. We can support financial feasibility studies. We support through project development. Here are the criteria of transfer of. There has to be some kind of transfer of knowledge, transfer of technology. Exactly as Mr. Burg said before, was one of the most important things in our commercial relationship with Pakistan. I would also like to say that Danasia is only one of a variety of instruments we have available in the so-called global cooperation. We have an idea, it becomes very technical, but we also have legal person building at PKF. We have other facilities. And together, these partners provide support to Danish companies that can lead to trade cooperation, partnerships, projects, and investments. Third, we have rolled out the so-called red carpet program, visa program. This is a special service for Pakistani companies that often frequently travel to Denmark. Why did I mention this here today? I do that because when it comes to Pakistan, many Danish companies work with or through Pakistani partners. And it's actually an important part of their work to also come to Denmark. We facilitate that it becomes much easier for that kind of work is democracy, but that's also Now, for me, particularly important, I would like to say that we have now, and I'm very happy about this, opened for the first time a trade session that we can listen. It's also an official sanction we now take this with very seriously.
जैसा कि आपने देखा कि अभी एम्बेसडर साहब जो हैं डैनिश एम्बेसडर पाकिस्तान में जो हैं वो अभी पाकिस्तान के बारे में प्रेजेंटेशन दे रहे थे। बहुत यूज़फुल बातें थी। यहाँ पे नदीम फ़ारूक साहब मौजूद हैं इस सेमिनार में, तो मैं इस मौके का फ़ायदा उठाऊँगा, इनसे भी चंद सवाल पूछूँगा। नदीम भाई ज़रा बताइए कि वी विल टेक इट इन इंग्लिश, राइट? ओके, सो व्हाट इज़ योर आइडिया अबाउट दिस प्रेजेंटेशन? डज इट लीव एनी इम्पैक्ट ऑन द ऑडियंस?
I think it does, because we have to admit that just conducting one seminar won't change much, but we can start to discuss the pros and cons of doing business in Pakistan. And what is very important to say and to emphasize is that there is untapped potential in Pakistan. And I think that many companies in Denmark will be surprised about the extent of the potential, but also that Pakistan is a very big country with 180 million inhabitants. And Pakistan is many different things and many different regions. So it's very important to nuance, to make this, to have this broad picture that there are areas where it's safe and there is solid opportunities to make business, and there are some areas you should avoid. So I think that it will not change much this seminar, but it can be a way how we can
like a start.
Yeah, like a start, and we can make some other arrangements and to bring Pakistan in the as image. A good image when business leaders in Denmark they consider business possibilities.
All right. Okay, if you are a businessman, for instance, and you have never been to Pakistan, but now after hearing all this, which is actually based on the very deep survey, because it's being addressed by the Danish Ambassador, so of course it's not like on the commercial basis, it's like something which is the reality. So where would you like to establish your business? Lahore, Islamabad, Karachi, or where?
It depends. If it's shipping, it's more likely that it's Karachi. And if it's financial, Karachi is also a gateway or a good place. But first of all, I think that the Danish companies should, major Danish companies should send a team like a CFO and other people to visit the Danish embassy in Islamabad, because as you could hear, that the engagement is growing to people who wants to invest. So I think that one very major thing we learned from today is that you can always consult your embassy in Pakistan.
Good. So you, as a representative of Danish government, would you like to recommend your own Danish people to go to Pakistan, and this is the best time to invest?
Yes, and for the same reasons that the Danish companies can achieve a first mover advantage. Actually, before we went to Brazil with the Business Council last year, I recommended Pakistan, but it has not been a target for our journey yet. But I hope that one day a delegation from the Danish Parliament can go to the Pakistan and see that it is actually maybe a new China, as the ambassador said.
As he said, he had the same feeling, this Novo Nordisk chief, when he went there, he said this is the same feeling he had in 1984 when he was in China. So the band is played on, and we should always hope for a silver lining, even the darkest clouds. I must say thank you very much for you. You always give us the time. You are the important person because you represent both communities. This is the only reason. But we hope there will be some bright morning, and thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye. तो नाज़रीन, जैसा कि आपने देखा कि अभी ये जो सेमिनार था, इसमें मुख्तलिफ पॉलिटिशियन भी आए हुए थे और कुछ बहुत बड़ी कंपनीज़ के जो CEOs हैं, डायरेक्टर्स हैं, वो भी आए हुए थे। इसके अलावा डेनिश जो सफ़ीर हैं पाकिस्तान में, वो भी इस बार डेनमार्क तशरीफ़ लाए हैं और यहाँ पे आके ये जो प्रेजेंटेशन दे रहे हैं। बात यह है कि जिस तरह भी दहशतगर्दी से जो भी मुल्क के हालात हुए और जिन अवामिल की वजह से हुए, वो आप सबको पता है, आप सब जानते हैं। लेकिन अब टाइम है आगे बढ़ने का। अगर इस तरीके से और इस तरह के सेमिनार मुनक़द करने से हम अपने जिन ममालिक में हम पाकिस्तानी लोग रह रहे हैं, अगर हम अपने वहाँ की जो बिज़नेस एनवायरनमेंट है, वहाँ के जो लोग हैं, उनको अगर हम कन्विंस कर सकते हैं कि दिस इज़ द बेस्ट टाइम टू गो एंड इन्वेस्ट इन पाकिस्तान, तो मेरा ख्याल है कि पाकिस्तान में एक अच्छी इन्वेस्टमेंट आने के चांसेस हैं। मौजूदा गवर्नमेंट जो है वो जैसा कि डैनिश सफ़ीर ने भी बताया है कि मौजूदा गवर्नमेंट इस मामले में बहुत कुछ जो है वो पेशरफ्त कर रही है और उनकी कोशिश ये है कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जो इन्वेस्टमेंट है वो पाकिस्तान में लाई जाए। मगर इससे पहले जो चीज़ है वो करने वाली ये है कि वहाँ के सिक्योरिटी के हालात ठीक किए जाएँ, वहाँ पे पुलिस और दीगर जो सीक्रेट एजेंसीज़ हैं उनको भी थोड़ा सा फाल किया जाए और वहाँ पे मेरिट के ऊपर अगर भर्तियाँ हों तो शायद फिर ये जो छोटे पैमाने पे जो दहशतगर्दी है कम से कम उसका ख़ात्मा तो इस हद तक हो सकता है कि बाहर से जो इन्वेस्टर आता है उसकी ज़िंदगी, जान, माल महफूज हो। मैं अब आपसे इजाज़त चाहूँगा और इस दुआ के साथ कि खुदा ताला हमारे मुल्क को, पाकिस्तान को कामयाबी दे और हमारा मुल्क जो है वो तरक्की करे और हम भी अपनी ज़िंदगी में ये देख सकें कि पाकिस्तान जो है वो एक तरक्की याफ्ता ममालिक की लिस्ट में शामिल हो चुका है। आप इस दुआ के साथ रिजवान काज़मी को इजाज़त दीजिए। इंशाअल्लाह ताला अगले प्रोग्राम में फिर मुलाकात होगी। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।